Hi friends, welcome back. We may not be getting I Saw the TV Glow on time here in Australia, but we are getting tarot. And this is gonna be a straight up popcorn horror, or as someone said to me today, a smooth brain horror movie, which I love that term. I'm just booking my ticket and let me tell you, is this not the best experience? Click. Just me in a cinema, all alone, to watch a new horror movie on the day of release. This film follows a group of friends that recklessly violate a sacred rule of tarot readings, unknowingly unleashing evil trapped inside these cursed cards. I have not seen the trailer for this one. It has been playing non-stop and I've been very lucky that I've just avoided it. But the film has Evantika, which you may know from the new Mean Girls film. Olin Fura, who was on the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre. She was also in Mandy and The Northman. She's kind of popping up everywhere. And it also stars Jacob Batalon, who is Reginald in Reginald the Vampire. The movie is based on a 1992 novel called Horoscope, and it actually goes by both titles, Tarot and Horoscope, depending where you watch it. This is a bit of a team effort as it's co-written and co-directed by a team that usually work together, and I have no idea what else to expect. I'm hoping it's just gonna be a straightforward, probably riddled with jump scares horror movie. And I will let you know whether it's worth your time, what kind of horror movie it is, and if it suits your personal taste, spoiler free. Let's go and check out Tarot. Let's go. Friends. I just finished Tarot. It was aggressively average. Not below average, not above average, just average. Everything about it was so average. The film is based on a novel. I looked up the novel afterwards because I didn't want to look it up beforehand. It's based on the 1992 novel Horoscope. And this all makes sense because I never understood at the start of the year why there was two names for this film. One being Horoscope and one being Tarot. And here they're calling it Tarot, but I assume in other places they're still calling it Horoscope. That is based on the original title of the book. But I didn't know that you can read people's tarot cards or do a tarot card reading with horoscopes. So it does blend both, which I thought was really interesting. I didn't know that. The film has a very straightforward setup where we go into a spooky house, a mystery house, and one person uses these old tarot cards they find in the house to do a reading. Here, as they're explaining all of their fates, it seems very obvious what's going to happen. But I was surprised to find out the whole film does not take place within the house. Okay, the film is interesting because it doesn't really have a good flow or a charismatic kind of charm to it. Although it does feel like they're very stereotypical characters. They have the funny one, the couple, and they are trying to be charming. It just doesn't come across as personable. It's not meant to be relatable, but it doesn't come across as that. I think it might be the chemistry between all of the actors. It just doesn't feel like a natural progression or that it's trying to do its own thing, but instead copy a formula. And it's very interesting how it takes shape when the horror kicks in. I thought, again, it would be in one location. They kind of set it up that way, but it really does jump around through time. And it's not in a rush to get all of the horror elements out, but at the same time, it doesn't really show you much bridging in between any real life things about these people. It's just almost like a supercut of them in this horrific situation. Let's get it straight. This movie's number one demographic is teens. It's a teen horror. Here in Australia, it's rated M, so 15 plus, but it is very teen oriented. I would say, yeah, 15, 16 onwards. I'm not an expert in ratings though. There's not a lot of gore. It is jump scare based, and the jump scares are so on time that it's not even waiting for that beat so you can actually get scared. It doesn't let anything build up or anything simmer. It all felt very exact, almost AI generated. No, but almost. I think the film looked great. Thought the look of any entities included was very cool, very practical, but very much like you're walking through a haunt, like a Halloween haunt. And although those are the original concepts, I didn't feel like they were very standout or overly unique looking. So it was like a walk through a haunt with a lot of jump scares that you expect along the way. They do explain everything very thoroughly in this film, so much so that I was like, maybe a little bit of mystery might have, I don't know, made it a little bit more ominous, scary, make me nervous. I don't know, anything. It just didn't really have any type of edge at all. I would say the acting was fine given the dialogue and how straightforward it is. It's also quite a wholesome film, which I wasn't expecting. They open up to the kids around a campfire and, you know, this is your introduction to the friend group, and they're doing a drinking game where they're talking about who is most likely to do XYZ, and it is so wholesome, the answers they have. So it does not take any chances, it doesn't take any risks, it doesn't step outside of its box. It's exactly what you expect. No frills. No frills. As I said, aggressively average. Or as my friend Allison, I believe it was Allison in the Discord, said to me today, a smooth brain film. It felt very smooth brained. But I am all for a popcorn horror. I love a good jump scare, but I do like them to actually be scary, and I felt that this was so average that I was not getting anything out of it as an avid horror fan. This would be one to watch with a group of friends. It's not a bad story. It's very easygoing, but I don't know how much you're going to get out of it, but it could be a good background film, which is super mean to say, but very truthful. One thing to keep in mind is a lot of this film does take place during the night, so it is quite a dark film. Again, I think they were trying to add to the atmosphere, but it didn't do a lot for me. I'm going to give this one a personal score of, can you guess? An aggressive 5 out of 10. Yes, because it's right in the middle. I didn't think it was bad by any means. I would probably sway more towards positive. I can't find any element in it that sticks out to give it more than that. For originality, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10. I'll tell you why. I do think that it had a interesting element with the horoscope aesthetic. Everything else we've kind of seen before. As I said, the complete structure, just the formula of it all. It was such a stereotypical teen horror movie. And you know, nothing is wrong with that, but I did want a little bit more charm to it, would have been nice, and any element of originality. I love watching smooth brain horror, but I need it to have one kind of element that it's like, oh my god, I love 13 Ghosts because of the jackal. You know what I mean? There's just one element. 13 Ghosts I know a lot of people love, so I'm not trying to hate on that. But like any horror movie that is, you know, I Know What You Did Last Summer, Jennifer Love Hewitt, when she's like, what are you waiting for, huh? I just feel like there should be one thing that sticks out from this film, and there really isn't. And for scare, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10. I think the jump scares were almost too average. Okay, I need to stop. I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be mean. I want to love it. I love all horror. I really do. Believe it or not. Anyway, I hope this helps in finding out whether this film is worth it for you, whether it suits your personal taste, and whether it's something that you're in the mood for this weekend. If you guys do want to check out what else is out this month on VOD, you can check out this video here, and I will be back very soon for a wrap up of what I watched last month with everything, TV and everything. I'll see you guys then. Stay safe and stay spooky. Bye, friends.